Well, Spain, may the odds ever be in your favor. The Socialist Party has won Spain. So, I predict that Bernie Sanders and friends, the Democratic Socialists of America, will back this and think it's a glorious thing. I predict also within about 5 years or so, maybe 10, uh, Spain does have a pretty high economy, so maybe 15. Who knows? I mean, it only took about 15, 20 years for Venezuela to go straight to shit, didn't it? So Spain will be in that shithole none too soon. I also predict a little bit of rioting and whatnot to go on. And don't forget the breadlines. The breadlines are a good thing, according to Bernie Sanders. So this is going to happen fairly shortly.
I have to admit, it always comes to the same thing.
Spain's governing center-left socialist won the country's election Sunday must seek backing from smaller parties to maintain power. One of those smaller parties is the Vox Party. What is that, you might ask? Well, according to the Time and our favorite spin of news journalists, it is a far-right party, which now has 10% of the votes. It's far-right, ooh, evil. They also said in here that the Spanish governing party is center-left socialists. There is no such thing. Socialists are so far left that you might as well say Mao did nothing wrong. Sanchez announced that he would soon open talks with their political parties, telling the crowds gathered at the gates of his party headquarters in central Madrid that the future has won, the past has lost. Funny thing is, socialism has been tried in the past several times, and what makes you think you're going to do it any better? Now that the things are going to happen accordingly, you're going to centralize power, centralize the economy, centralize the banks, centralize the industries, all under government control and rule, which will fuck it up because government can't do anything right except for the small things about going to war and defending our rights. Although Spain probably won't have any rights here in the near future, given how this will turn out.
Their plan is clear now.
The only condition is to respect the Constitution, move towards social justice, coexistence, and political cleanliness, Sanchez said in the criteria of working with the other parties. Social justice, well, that's going to end up in a nightmare. Coexistence, yes, I can totally agree with. Political cleanliness. Let the purge begin. I'm pretty sure this is going to end up greatly, greatly beneficial to all people of Spain. You elected a socialist party. You think that you're advocating for the rights of individuals because they promised you free shit. Bread was free, I'm sure, in the bread lines when that's all you got to eat for the day. My God, this is going to go down very horribly for Spain. Everybody just keep and watch. Keep and watch. I guarantee you it's not going to end well. Socialism never does. One of these days I'll finally do a video on socialism itself and kind of explain why socialism fails every single time. It's relatively simple actually, but we'll get into it. Vox's success came at the expense of the once dominant Conservative Popular Party, which fell 66 seats, losing more than half of its representation since the last election. The Conservatives lost votes both to Vox and to the center-right Citizens Party, which will increase its number of seats from 32 to 57. Okay, so they have a center-right and a far-right, ooh, evil, party that now is in Spain, but they don't have majority rule. So, since they're a full democratic system, they're going to basically dictate the entire outcome of all of Spain. They don't need to work with the other parties. And I don't know what their constitution says, but I doubt it's anything like America's. So I can predict this going very badly. Voters in Spain have become disillusioned as the country struggled with recession, austerity cuts, corruption scandals, divisive demands for independence from the restive Restive Catalonia region, and a rise in far-right nationalism not seen since Spain's dictatorship ended in 1970s. What the fuck? Far-right nationalism, and then you associate it with dictatorship? That's socialism. Socialism is all about dictatorship. It's the People's Party, right? But there's one person at the top, and they're gonna take everything. This is absolutely insane the way this reads. Good job, Time. You really spun this to sound like socialism is the best thing since sliced bread. Unfortunately, anybody under socialism, that's all you get is sliced bread. If it's sliced at all, you might get a full loaf, and let's hope you own a knife if they weren't banned, and then you can cut the bread for yourself. We told you that we were going to begin a reconquering of Spain, and that's what we have done, reconquering. Vox leader Santiago Esquisla said, referring to the 15th century campaign by the Spanish Catholic kingdoms to end Muslim rule in the Iberian Peninsula. Wow. Vox, which was formed 5 years ago, has promised to defend Spain from its enemies, citing feminists, liberal elites, and Muslims, among others. So yeah, you know what? They might actually be far right. Oh my goodness. Its emergence on the nation stage gives Spain 5 political parties, furthering political fragmentation, a country that was alternatively ruled for decades by socialists and the Popular Party. Catalonia wants to leave for a reason. Y'all are fucking insane. And now social justice is a part of this party, a part of this country. Just watch the economy of Spain. For all intents and purposes, it should be an interesting death spiral that everyone will enjoy as they ruin themselves and set themselves off into oblivion. So I read this today and I was thinking I need to make a video because I haven't. And there's nothing really that I want to hit on arguing yet. I'm still working on my my cultural appropriation video. Nearly done with that guy. Have all the interesting tidbits. I just need to do the audio and then, yeah, meme the shit out of it. I hope you enjoyed this one. Just keep an eye on Spain. This is going to be an interesting ride for Spanish rule under the Socialist Party. I'm pretty sure they're doing great so far, considering they probably haven't implemented any socialism just yet. But just watch. The more they bring underneath the government's wing, the worse it'll become. And as our great socialist AOC leader once said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Watch their economy. It's not going to be broken. You don't need to fix it. It'll be fun. Thank you for watching.
Now, leave here.
Bastard!